is good, good people? You are now listening to another episode of A Wicked Good Time with Danny Foxworth. I am your humble narrator, Danny Foxworth. And man, it's been a long time, but we back with a new episode. So, per usual, we're going to sniff some candles and talk about a couple of things that went on in the meantime and in between time. So, first thing I want to do is talk about this restaurant crawl that took place this past Saturday out in Park Circle. That was a really, really, really good time. Just getting to eat and congregate with my friends. So one half of Growing Up Low Country with Liz and Danny, Liz, she shows up, and also my other podcast brethren. Shout out to the good brother Brandon Silvers. Him and his lady Erin, they showed up, and we just made our rounds around Park Circle. We started at Jackrabbit Philly. That was actually my first time eating there, and I didn't want to overdo it with the portions. We had a lot of restaurants to tackle, so to speak, and so I just wanted to do small portions at each stop. So at Jackrabbit Philly, I had their soup du jour, which was the sweet potato and ginger soup, and man, I was pleasantly surprised with that. It was just a lot of flavor. That ginger packed a serious punch, though. Oh man, the first spoonful that I got, I was not prepared. Like the sweet potato part is just a real rich sweet potato flavor, but that ginger, I mean, it just pow! I mean, right in the mouth, man. It took a while for me to get adjusted to the ginger factor, but the more spoonfuls I took, it went down smooth. So shout out to Jackrabbit Philly, and then after we left there, we made a stop to another hole in the wall spot called Sissy Bar, which I'd never heard of. Liz suggested that we go in there and try some things. So I got the fries, she got the ceviche, and Brandon and Aaron got queso, and we were just all sampling off each other's plates. That was a good time. And then after we left there, we went to Majrarua, and we're looking at the menus and we're like, man, it doesn't look like there's anything that has any real small portions. So I was like, you know what, let's get the sides. So I got the corned beef. I think Liz got like the chopped potatoes, and I think Aaron and Brandon, and I think Brandon got the French toast and Aaron got smothered biscuits, I believe. And even the side items, they were pretty healthy portions. And the corned beef was really good. It's been a long time since I had corned beef, but the ambiance of Majuru was pretty dark, so I started getting a little sleepy as I started downing my corned beef. So I was like, man, let's hurry up and let's make it go to the next spot. So as soon as we get out, leave Majuru, and then we head down to Lola. And Lola, honestly, that's my favorite restaurant in Park Circle. So we got a table outside. Shout out to Tina, a fellow Oklahoma City Thunder fan. I hadn't seen her in a long time, and I believe she's the manager at Lola now. So it was really good seeing you, Tina. And she sat us, and I got the corn and crab chowder, which always hits. I mean, every time. And Liz got the crawfish bites, and Brandon got the beignets. I don't think Aaron ate anything at on that stop, and that was really good. Just getting the crawfish bites, and Brandon's tearing down the beignets. That was a lot of fun. And then we left Lola, and then made a quick pit stop. Liz and her husband run a company called the Charleston Mattress, and on Saturdays her mom runs the store. So we stopped in there to say hey to her. So hey, Miss Linda, shout out to you. It's always good catching up with you. So we made a quick pit stop in there, and then after that, collectively, our last stop was at a place called Odd Duck, which I'd never heard of. And so we went in there for the first time, had a bit of a sweet tooth. I got the blueberry muffin and a peach Pop-Tart, which was really, really, really good. They make all of their desserts in-house, and I was thoroughly impressed. So after we left out of Odd Duck, the rest of the group, they had other obligations, so they took off. We said our goodbyes, and then I continued the mission. So after I left Odd Duck, stopped at Tattooed Moose, got a bowl of Brunswick stew. Then after that, I went to Luna Azul, which is a Mexican restaurant. I got a couple of tacos from there. And then my last stop was at Paddock and Whiskey, and I got the fried Brussels sprouts. So, man, that was just a great, great, great way to spend my Saturday. Just being in the company of good people and enjoying good food with said company. So I think I'm going to throw another one in the near future. So shout out to Liz and shout out to Brandon and Aaron for tagging along. It was a lot of fun. So without further ado, I'm going to get into our first candle. So this can I bought both of these candles from TJ Maxx. This candle is made by California Candle Company. The scent is tomato greens and moss. I saw it and had the tomatoes on the label. I was like, huh, let's see what this is talking about. So California Candle Company, small batch American grown soy wax poured with essential oils, tomato, greens, and moss. So I'm gonna take the top off of this. This one is one wick, and I'm gonna give it the old sniff test. Man, you know what? I'm impressed with this. You can definitely smell the tomato scent. Man, and and you can smell the moss really prominently too. Tomato and the moss is a very prominent scent. It's got a real earthiness to it. You know what? I'm impressed with the scent. Having said that, I'm lightweight scared to light the candle out of fear of my whole house smelling like a garden. So you know what? I'll just have to bear it and light it and see how it smells. But yeah, just the idea of my whole house smelling like a garden, I don't know. California Candle Company, tomato greens moss. So yeah, it smells very authentic, but again, I'm just wary of how it's going to have my whole house smelling if I light it. So set this one to the side. Another thing I want to talk about 3 or 4 weekends ago, had a good brother from the Wild Wing universe. For those of y'all that don't know me, I was a fervent regular at Wild Wing Cafe in North Charleston, and one of the employees there, a guy by the name of Kevin, we call him Cupcake, and after Wild Wing closed down and we lost track, and I was wondering about his whereabouts, and he just shut all his social media down. Unbeknownst to me, he actually went back to school. So after he shut down all his social media, this man went and enrolled into Clemson and got his engineering degree, just completely under the radar. I was like, wow. And then when he popped back up on social media, his profile picture is him on his degree in his cap and gown. I was like, wow, man, I had no idea. And he held a graduation party, and that was a lot of fun. Just getting to see him. I hadn't seen him in years, and there was just so many different Wild Wing people that I remember from back in the day that I hadn't seen, in some of them in over 10 years. So it was really cool getting to see him, and running into Luke and Christy and Michelle and Tiffany, and shout out Shelby and Biz. And I hadn't seen Biz in several years. And the food was great. They had a taco bar out there, and they had the actual Plinko. They had a makeshift Plinko machine that apparently you can get from Costco. And man, I just lost it. If you probably saw the reel on IG where I'm playing Plinko at the party. So that's where the Plinko happened at. And man, you could not wipe the smile off my face. It was like my biggest childhood dream to this day is to play Plinko on The Price is Right. And I got to do that in a roundabout way at his party. So again, Cupcake, shout out to you, man. Super proud of you. You really locked in with your schoolwork, and you made it happen, and you accomplished your goals. And now you're doing big things in the engineering world. So shout out to you. And now we're going to get into the second candle that I purchased from TJ Maxx. This one is DW Home Limoncello Tiramisu. Sounds fancy. You gotta sniff this with the pinky up. Uh, yeah, I saw this on the shelf and I was like, man, okay. Let me. I like tiramisu and I like lemon, so I'm gonna crack this bad boy open and see what it's sniffing for. So this one also one wick. Give it a good old sniff. Oh, I like this. Oh man. This smells like key lime pie. This smells just like key lime pie. This is crazy. And for those of y'all that don't know, key lime pie is my absolute favorite pie on the planet. This one here gets a super duper 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 ultra gamma passing grade. Shout out to you, DW Home. Man, oh my gosh. On a scale of 1 to piss my dad off, I don't know how he feels about key lime pie, but yeah, if it oh my, I can't I can't stop sniffing this. This is fantastic. Man, 6-year-old me would have grabbed the spoon and tried to eat the wax. So yeah, job well done, DW Home. And Lastly, I just want to close with this. Even though somebody out there, quote unquote, might have it worse than you, don't let what they're going through invalidate your current situation, because that's real easy to do. And also, speak life into your friends, pour life into your loved ones. That right there, that'll make a world of difference. And sometimes people just need a word of encouragement. And, they might set off on doing something and they're a little unsure of themselves, but just give them that confidence and that reassurance, and just, again, pouring into your friends, that goes a long way. And I'm speaking from personal experience. When I started off doing this podcasting thing, a lot of my friends were all very encouraging, and I'm forever indebted to my friends for that. So again, speak life into your friends, and don't let other people's issues and troubles invalidate what you're going through as well. And that's going to do it for this episode of A Wicked Good Time. Make sure you like, download, and subscribe to A Wicked Good Time with Danny Foxworth. Tell a friend and tell a friend about the podcast. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me at Danny Foxworth 843 on YouTube. There you can find all the videos for episodes of this podcast, as well as my baseball podcast, At the Plate with Danny Foxworth, my other podcast, Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth, and my other podcast, Growing Up Low Country with Liz and Danny. And this has been another episode of A Wicked Good Time with Danny Foxworth. Good to be back. And until next time, y'all be good. Keep it lit.